So we're here today for a quick run hit live. What we're focusing on today, it's about a 6-minute round of 30 seconds. It's all body weight. So I think one of the great things about the COVID lockdown is that as runners and triathletes, we're always told you must do some strength and conditioning, and most of us don't do it because we're too busy out training for something. But I think what this has shown is that you can do these virtual workouts. They're really quick and easy to fit into your day, and they do make a difference. So this workout, as I say, is 6 minutes, 6 minutes long. We're going to show you each one. They give you 30 seconds rest and show you the next one, so you have time to have a look at what it is before we start the next one. I would recommend that you don't need that length of recovery in between if you did this on your own, and you could do this for 3 rounds. So it would take literally under 20 minutes for you to do. And if you're after any other kind of body weight workouts for more inspiration, we have a body weight 4-week program twice a week, lots of different exercises on our platform. So I'm going to get started. Let me set my timer. See if anyone's joined. Yeah, I've got a couple of people. So 6 rounds, 30 seconds, and in between I'll show you what to do in your rest. Because it's body weight, we're not, ideally you would do some mobilisations to warm up, but as a body weight, it's not too difficult to do without any, no fear of getting injured. So you're going to start pistol squat. The pistol squat really helps to develop your glute med stability, and that prevents you doing this as you're running. So basically, great to help you avoid runner's knee. So to do the pistol squat, you're pushing your bottom back into the pistol squat coming up. So let's do 30 seconds one side, give it a rest, 30 seconds the other. Okay, so off we go. 5 seconds, never put your foot down in between. Even if you need to rest, hold that foot up so that you keep working that glute for stability. So if you can go down lower than this whilst keeping your knee over the line of your heel, and do so. This is about the range of my movement because I've got tight calves from midfoot landing all the time. 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And rest. 30 seconds rest. And you'll be feeling it here in your glute here. If you're not feeling it there and you're feeling on quad, then you're not pushing your hips back far enough in order to come into that pistol squat. So I'm going to go on to our other side. I'll show you at the front what you're aiming for. I've got my mirrored screen over there. But you're looking, when you go down into that pistol squat, that your knee is tracking straight. So it's for 30 seconds, and you're aiming for that knee to track straight, which I am a little bit off on this side, particularly when I'm looking at a screen over there. So if you're like that over there, then you really need to practice these and probably some side plank to work that glute med. So pistol squats, nice and easy. Well, not easy, they do work you. Then you go into a side plank crunch with this one. I'm just doubling up my mat for my elbow. So to come into a side plank, both feet stacked one on top of the other. Line up your heels with your elbow, make sure your elbow is directly underneath your shoulder, and then you come up into a side plank. We're crunching, so elbow up to the sky, reaching round to the other. If that's too difficult, you do a bridge side plank. So 30 seconds, making sure you open up to the sky each time, so you're not rolled forward. So again, what you're working here is the oblique and your glute med. Again, glute med, all your glutes are important. That glute med is the one that stabilises you as you run, prevents you getting runner's knee, ITB. 3, 2, 1, and also tension through your tension all the way through your knee. If you're going to be, let's turn over to the other side. If you're moving a lot laterally when you're running, that's a lot of tension through your knee joint. So, getting ready to prepare. Again, stack your foot one on top of the other, line up your elbow with your heel, make sure that's a nice straight line. Coming up, 3, 2, 1, and then you're coming down, opening up that elbow to the sky. So if you wanted to make this more difficult, you could of course hold a weight here, and that will make it a little bit more difficult. What you're aiming for is that you're not dropping on this side. This is the side you're working. The movement just adds a little bit more instability, which makes it a little bit harder. 3, 2, 1, rest. Your next one, which really works your core and your legs, is you go into a push-up, into a squat. So I'll just show you here. So push up, just the floor, squat back, push up, just the floor, push back. That's what you're aiming for. So this is a bit of an intermediate, more advanced body weight program. 3, 2, 1. If you couldn't do the full push up, you just do half push ups. Forget about the push back. So aim, chest to floor. What I always tell people, if they're building up to that chest to floor, is if you put a book, pile of books here, work your chest to the books, and then slowly, week by week, or every couple of weeks, take a book away until you're close to the floor. So 30 seconds of that, then you're going to come back up to standing, and you're going into sumo squat. So sumo squat, turn your feet out 45 degrees, wider than your hips, and you're going to squat down, but keep forcing the knees out so they follow the line of the toes. If you don't actively engage to do that, your legs will do that. That's what you're doing. So 30 seconds, pushing through the heels. Again, you can make this more difficult by holding a weight. It really depends what your goals are, what your training is. So I wouldn't lift heavy weights doing this if I had a fast tempo workout to do tomorrow, for instance. Body weight will get the stability going. 3, 2, 1, rest. Lunge and drive. So again, working on that whole idea of your stability and glute med. A lunge and drive. So you lunge back, you should see nice right angle, front and back. You push through the heel of this front foot to come up, opposite hand, opposite, and this thigh parallel to the ground, being able to hold it for a couple of seconds before you come back into that lunge. Okay, 30 seconds one side, 30 seconds the other. Ignore that, 30 seconds. And this one, let's just turn around and go straight back into it and to the other side. Again, nice and stable. I'm not swinging the leg, so there should be none of this. We're powering up, nice tall torso, exactly as you should have. Oops. When you run. 5 seconds, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 10 seconds. So, a few things there. You should just again feel it in the glute of the standing leg. If you feel it in your foot or your calf, it's likely that in order to get the balance, you're gripping your toes to get that balance. Spread your feet wide, toes wide, and relax into that. Which side? Yes, this side. Okay, so same the other side. And think about if, when you're doing this yourself, oops, like that for instance, have you got a side that's a little bit more unstable as you do it? So again, pushing through the heel of the front foot, step forward a little bit there, so it's got a bit more room at the back. You want to get that depth down to the floor as you step back. 5 seconds, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Time. Narrow squat. So a little narrow squat right directly underneath your hips. And what you're going to do, push your bottom back and engage through these ductors. So if you're doing this and you're feeling like your legs are doing that, it's a really good idea, breathing heavily, is to put like a soft Pilates ball or even a cushion between your knees. Squeeze it, then it engages through the adductors, which goes into the pelvic floor, which helps also engage your core. So 30 seconds. So making sure that you've got that adductor connection and your knees aren't going wide as you do it. So again, looking from the side, you're still aiming, you're not bending your knees like that, you're pushing your bottom back before you bend. So your knees stay over the line of your toes. 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. 3 more to go. So, showing you this, so getting ready, you've got to start in 20 seconds. You're going into a plank row. So into an elevated plank, hands directly underneath your shoulders, and you're just rowing your hands up, aiming to keep your hips facing downwards and not rolling. Okay, starting in 5 seconds. Start with me, get out of bed if you're just watching with your coffee or tea. Give it a go. So you're keeping your hips down. So if you had headlights on your hips, those lights would stay shining directly at the mat. They wouldn't be twisting. 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Time. Next one, you're going into a buzz saw, a plank saw, put it that way. Arms, so elbows directly underneath your your shoulders, palms facing up, not palms together. Otherwise, you just use your upper back. So into this position, and you're just moving on this kind of movement. So imagine your back is a table, and none of the contents want to fall off. So going 30 seconds, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so a little movement just creates a little bit more challenge for the core. And obviously, you want this to be functional. As you're running, you're moving. So you want to train your core to take that movement. So if you're just holding into a plank, it's not really functional in terms of what your body is doing when it's running. 3, 2, 1, rest. 30 seconds, and then the final one of this is you're coming into a reach. So arms overhead. Inhale, as you exhale, you're reaching up, touching your feet. If you can't do the straight leg, you do the bent leg. If you can't do the bent leg, you do to your knee. So alternating each time, and again it's just working the obliques on a unilateral way, because as you run you're taking off and landing on a different foot, so you want to train that single side. Okay, 30 seconds, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, exhale. Try not to hold your breath. Release the tension through your jaw. So if you tend to be someone after a run that gets really tight jaw, tight shoulders, sore neck, is often because you're holding your shoulders too tight, not breathing properly. 5 seconds, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. So there you go. Really quick. If you did that a couple of times a week, did that even 1 round, 3 rounds would be great. You don't need any equipment, it takes hardly any time at all. And you can just follow along to this video. We'll write on the captions which ones to do, and let us know in the comments any of you found hard, any you loved, what you thought, and hopefully maybe join us on the Friday for our Try Fit Live as well, same time, same place. Have a great day.